Hello, I am back. Well, what do I even say? It's been a while. It has been a while. Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lauren, and this is my YouTube channel, and I haven't done this in a long time, and I don't know what to say. Hello, hi, welcome. I don't know why I feel the need to make this video, but I just do, so I basically just wanted to kind of come and explain why I took a little bit of time off from posting YouTube videos. I know this past year I have not been very good about being consistent on uploading. Let's talk about what's new in my life. Not much, really. I started using men's deodorant. Why, you might be asking? Well, just because I wanted to try it out, because I heard that men's deodorant can work better than women's deodorant. So, yeah. So far, I really can't tell that big of a difference, but I do smell like a man. So, I mean, you know, there you go, you know. Yum. You know, since I don't have a boyfriend, you know, I don't need a boyfriend to smell like a man. I could just use men's deodorant, so. I'm single. I'm just gonna basically get into it. So I'm like super duper anxious because your girl's got anxiety. Woohoo. But on a more serious note, like my anxiety has been really bad recently. I talked about this in a video like last year about like my seasonal depression and stuff. Basically my depression and anxiety just get a lot worse in the winter time. I would say that I have seasonal affective disorder. I know it's very common. Like when I talk to doctors and like therapists about this, they all said that like, yeah, that's definitely what you have. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't realize how common it was. And seasonal affective disorder, aka SAD, which is accurate because I've had probably like 10 mental/emotional breakdowns this month, so I'm fine. Am I though? Oh my gosh. If you couldn't tell, I'm not doing well. Oh my gosh. Basically, I'm not doing too good. So yes, basically I filmed myself having an emotional breakdown. I don't know if I'm gonna post I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna post that video, sure. But I don't know if I'm gonna post the emotional breakdown video first or the me explaining why I took a break first. I don't know. I don't know which one makes more sense to do, but either way, you're gonna see both of them. So I just wanted to come talk about it because I like talking about my mental health because I think it's a very important thing to talk about because so many people are like ashamed to talk about it, and there's still, even to this day, there's this stigma surrounding mental illness, and I want to do my part to kind of help minimize that stigma and talk about it openly and honestly because it's something that I deal with. It's something that I'm probably always going to deal with, and that's okay. It doesn't make it any easier. Well, that's just what I want to do on this YouTube channel, and in general, I want to be a person who people can come to and feel inspired and hear from and feel less alone, because that's where I first found out I had like anxiety, was watching another person's YouTube video, and I was watching it and I was like, that's what I have right there, that's what I have. And I had never felt like so relieved, and this weight was just lifted off my shoulders because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not crazy. This thing that I'm having, which was panic attacks, is not some sort of weird thing. It's something that's very common that a lot of people have. And then I realized that I had anxiety, and you know, and then I got diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder and panic disorder, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. It's just something that I have to live with. One other reason that I've been anxious recently is, I've talked to you guys about this before, I'm taking online classes currently. And I'm taking a class that I've never taken before. It's a little bit more difficult and challenging for me, and I've had a hard time dealing with it because I am really bad at time management. I am a very big procrastinator. It is my Achilles heel, if you will. And no matter how hard I try, I always like save stuff for the last minute, and then it makes me more stressed out and stuff, and it's like, so I've been trying to figure out how to deal with that and to make better schedules and stick to like certain times and set aside times to do certain things, and it's been hard for me to figure that out. I'm like 1.5 years into college and I'm still figuring that out. Like, I'm literally an adult, like, and I'm still figuring it out. But you know what? That's the thing that I've realized. All the adults out there, we're just winging it. We're just doing the best we can. Nobody knows what they're doing. We're just all, you know, doing the best we can and, you know, hoping that it's good enough. So me and my family hadn't been to church in a couple of weeks, and I hadn't been like reading the Bible and stuff and like praying on a regular basis, and I didn't really ever realize how heavily that impacted me. Even going to church on a Sunday, if that would like be the only thing I would do that week, like that was in the Word or whatever, that had such a big impact on me and my mental health and my well-being, and I truly saw that play out because we're forgetful people, and I forgot that I needed to rely on God, and I was trying to rely on myself, and I didn't want help. I didn't want to depend on somebody else to deal with my anxiety or to deal with my issues. I didn't want to, because I'm, you know, my human nature is so prideful and it wanted to not rely on somebody else, if that makes sense. And so I went into Spotify and I was like, I need to just listen to some Christian music to kind of uplift my spirit and soul, because even though I was taking care of myself and my mental well-being, my soul wasn't being fed. And that negatively impacted me, and that kind of hindered my growth that I was trying to do. This pain that I'm going through, this anxiety, that God has a purpose for it, sometimes we forget that, and I was kind of feeling like angry about like, why do I have to go through this? Why do I have to deal with this? Why do I have to spend sleepless nights awake, shaking, unable to fall asleep just from my mind racing? And I was just like, you know what? No, I don't want to seek God. I don't want to pray. I don't want to read the Bible, because you know what? Why would a God, a good and gracious God, put me through something like this? And you know what? That's okay for me to say that, because we don't have to be happy and content all the time. We don't have to understand why we are put through certain things, and that's okay. But you know what? At the end of the day, and when I get through it, I realize, you know what? No matter whatever hardships we're going through, that God is still good, because what is true in the light is true in the dark, and God is good all the time, even when we are going through hardships. Back to the story that I was saying that I got distracted from. I was playing my Jesus Jams playlist on Spotify. My Spotify will be linked down below if you want to check out my playlist. Just saying. I was trying to think of this song. I had a song in my head that I was thinking about, but I couldn't remember what the lyrics were that I was trying to think of. And then I shuffled my playlist, and out of all the songs on my playlist, which is like over 80 on that specific playlist, that song came on. And I just felt like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just such a cool experience that I was just like, I didn't say that to anything. Like, I didn't say it out loud that, oh, I'm thinking of this song or whatever. I didn't pray to like, oh, help me find that song or anything. And it just kind of proved to me that, you know what, God listens to us. He knows our thoughts, and sometimes our thoughts are fears and worries and stuff. And it was just such a cool thing, and I couldn't help but cry, because I was like, you know what, He knows and He understands. So here, I thought I'd share that song. I think it's a very common song that most people know. Come Thou Fount. So that was just the part that I was trying to think of. Prone to wonder, Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. You know, because even as Christians, we do still have that sinful human nature that wants to rely on ourselves and doesn't want to rely on God and all that stuff. Anyways, this has been a rambling video. I don't even know like what the point of this was. I guess I just wanted to come and talk about sorry, I was yawning while I was saying that. I just wanted to come and talk about why I needed to take some time off, and that is something that, you know what, I might need to do from time to time, because I will always prioritize my mental health because it's important to me. I don't know what necessarily triggered the anxiety, but I've just been like anxious recently, and I just needed to deal with myself and kind of compose myself and get in a better state of mind. You guys know what time it is to subscribe. Yay! That's it for today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe and watch other videos if you want. Until next time, bye!